Hey guys, welcome back to the MyTakeAthletics Podcast. Um, I'm particularly excited about this episode. I think this is going to be our best episode yet. We have a lot of talking points. A lot's happened this past week in the sports world. Um, yeah, I don't know how's it been going, dude.
Pretty good. Pretty good. What about you?
Just taking a lot of notes.
Yeah.
My college coach got stepped down as the head coach, so we're waiting on information about a new coach.
Yeah.
We also find out tomorrow if we're even going to have a season. So that'll be interesting.
Hopefully.
Yep. So yeah, the NBA draft was this past week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we're particularly surprised by anybody. I think we're going to be more surprised by some of the trades that I talk about in this upcoming episode because
The trades,
the free
there's
agency
been a
this
lot of
this
interesting
free
trades.
agency this year was ridiculous.
The free agency's been going off, man.
It was ridiculous this year. I've never seen so many what's it called?
Superstars.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't
It's
seen
it's
it.
not even just superstars, dude. It's just big players. Like they're big time players, but they're not superstars like LeBron or AD.
Yeah.
They're just big players who have a pretty big impact on the team.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. It's like I was gonna say something. I forgot what it was. Wow, I lost my train of thought.
Do you want to start with trades or draft?
All just like they're all really big deals too. Like I haven't seen a trade this free agency this big since like 2017.
Yeah, and all the
Donovan
trades are.
Mitchell, Jason Tatum, Gordon Hayward.
Yep. Do you want to
No, I
start with
want to start with
trades?
the NBA draft because that was the biggest thing to happen.
Okay, I was gonna say that we should probably start with draft because that really, I mean, that is what happened first, and then after that, trades just started going off.
So number one pick, Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards. I'll tell you
Yep.
what, dude. I think this guy is going to be the next super awesome point guard. He kind of reminds me a little bit of a Russell Westbrook or a Donovan Mitchell.
You think?
100%. He's super like dumb athletic. Like it's not even funny. Um, yeah, he's like super athletic. He's super solid defensive guy on the perimeter. Like that was one of the big things that they talked about in the draft this year was how good he is on the perimeter as far as defense goes. Some of his main concerns. So he averaged 19.2 points per game,
Mm.
5.2 rebounds a game, 2.8 assists. That's really good for a
College
collegiate
play.
point guard.
Yeah.
And 1.3 steals per game, one of the highest at his position. He had a 50.2% field goal percentage, but the big concern here is a 29.4% three-point field goal percentage. 29.4%, and that's collegiate threes. That's not
Yeah,
NBA.
I was gonna say that's not cool. That's not NBA.
Yeah, so that I think that's one of the big concerns with him being a guard and being as mobile as he is. I think if he's gonna be effective in the NBA, he needs to move without the ball and get that three-point percentage up to 35, 40%.
Do the Timberwolves have anybody else who can shoot threes well?
I know Cat can stretch the floor.
Yeah, no, but he's getting old, man, isn't he? Isn't he
What are
getting old?
you talking about? He was drafted in like 2014.
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought he was getting old.
Oh,
Okay, never mind.
I think he'll be fine. He's gonna have NBA trainers like all around him. He's gonna be good. But yeah, no, I'm excited, dude. He's like a freaky athlete, and hopefully we'll have some clips over this. Like he's like windmilling easily. He's hitting step back threes. Granted, I'm not super impressed. Like a lot of the teams that I saw clips against were like Citadel,
Uh,
like not very good
yeah,
teams. Like the
like
only really decent team I saw was Michigan State. Um, so I don't know. We'll see how he handles NBA talent, but I think he's going to be impressive.
the second pick is really what got me.
James Wiseman.
Yeah, fuck, dude.
I'm almost like a little disappointed the Warriors didn't get LaMelo after Clay got injured. Clay's not going to be playing next season.
I know. He's out for the whole season.
Yeah,
Is it
his
ACL?
career could be over.
Huh?
His career could be over.
Yeah, I think
That's a hot take, but his career could be over.
could be, yeah.
Yeah, so James Wiseman, this guy played 3 games in college at Memphis under Penny Hardaway. 19.7 points per game, 10.7 rebounds a game, and 3 blocks per game. 7'1", 240 pounds, freakish athlete.
He's a freak of an athlete, dude.
Couple of the biggest knocks against him though are he can be a little lazy offensively, like he won't like attack the basket, he'll settle for like a fadeaway jumper or something like that.
Which,
Also,
granted, if he can take those points like that, if he can get the points, that's points on the board. Still,
no, I know, but it's what I mean by settling when he takes it and misses it.
Yeah, but I mean, if he's taking those shots and missing it, and he has like a wide open drive dunk or something like that, then
that's problematic.
I mean, you got to work on that. But
the other side of that is there's an upside. He has a mid-range jumper at the 7th
exactly,
position.
that's what I was gonna say. He probably has that mid range.
And a turnaround jumper. I really compare him to like not a smaller but like less heavy Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
Like guy that can like is a freakish athlete but can also like hit a turnaround jumper in your face.
So just a big ass Bam Adebayo.
Bam, I think is heavier than him. Is he?
Yeah, but
Bam's shorter.
Bam's shorter. Bam's shorter.
Yeah, because he's 204. I think Bam's like 225.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. Don't fact that. You might want to fact check me on that, but
I don't know. He's somewhere in the 200s. I know that. That's all I know.
well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's 7'1", 240, bro.
Yeah.
Like muscle too. I didn't find anything on his body fat percentage, but that dude's a unit. The other big concern with him though is he only played 3 games in college.
Really?
Yeah.
So he could be a total bust.
He could be.
He could be just a total bust.
He could be, but also he like was playing at a collegiate level way before college.
What teams did he play against in college?
Oh, you'd have to look it up.
Okay.
But I imagine they were like preseason games, like. So I don't think it could have been anyone super impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but so that's like kind of one of the big concerns with him is like lack of experience at the collegiate level. But also at his size, like he could really make an impact immediately with his rebounding. He's averaging almost 11 rebounds a game.
Because the Warriors don't have a big man. They don't have like a really.
No, they don't have a solid big man. They have like
a solid big man. Like they have big man, but I don't mean.
Yeah, they have Kevon Looney. That's like. Yeah, but I don't know. The Warriors are going to be a different team this year without Clay.
I think they're still a playoff contender, not a. I don't think they're a finals contender. I think they're a playoff contender.
They're not going to be a championship squad because Curry is pretty much by himself unless James Wiseman proves to be like a freaky second pick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm excited about James Wiseman though, and I'm definitely going to be watching him play for sure.
Yeah.
And then
LaMelo.
pick. I think the one that everyone wants us to talk about
is LaMelo.
LaMelo Ball. Started at Chino Hills.
Could have easily gone 1 or 2.
Yeah. But it was depending on what teams needed. So I want to talk about LaMelo. He started at Chino Hills, went to Lithuania, then played in the JBL or the whatever the hell it was called, the JBA, which was Dad's league that he created. And then he went to Spire Academy, played alongside Rocket Watts, who I think is going to be a draft pick next year if he didn't get picked this year. Maybe he may have gone undrafted this year. I think he was a year younger than LaMelo. Rocket Watts, and then he went to Australia where he averaged 17 points per game. This is professionally, by the way. This is professionally overseas. 17 points per game, 7.6 rebounds a game, 6.8 assists per game on 45% field goal percentage.
I feel this coming on. I'm so sorry. I feel this thing's coming on. It does not want to come. It's going to come later. I can tell.
Okay.
Go ahead.
45% field goal percentage. That's like really great for a guy who's averaging 17, 7, and 6.
Yeah.
almost 17, 8, and 7. He's almost averaging a triple-double at the professional level overseas.
Mm-hmm.
The issue I have with him is like you remember watching him in high school, how he was known for like hitting super deep, ridiculous threes. I think
Yeah.
his shot IQ and his shot selection are what come into question for me. And that kind of ties into his 25% 3-point field goal percentage.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary. That's like he's 6'7", like a guard type, like maybe 3 guy. And he has a 25% 3-point field goal percentage.
And didn't somebody get traded to the Hornets as well recently?
Yeah, Gordon Hayward. He signed a 4-year, $120 million contract with the Hornets.
So, I mean, just because we're on the topic of the Hornets, I just wanted to talk about it real quick. I mean, Gordon Hayward, LaMelo Ball, who else is on the Hornets?
I don't know. I think that's why, because Kemba Walker left. I don't really think they have anybody. Yeah, Kemba Walker's on the Celtics, remember?
Shit, you're right.
Yeah. Charlotte is not really that loaded of a squad right now outside of – I think it's funny, though. When you look up Charlotte Hornets on Google, the headline is Gordon Hayward and not LaMelo Ball. Oh, Malik Monk. He was a player at Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they'll have LaMelo Ball, Gordon Hayward, and Malik Monk. I have some beef with the Hornets, though.
Why?
And I don't know if you had a chance to actually watch the draft, but when you watch the draft, it shows like what the teams are looking for and like what they need. The Hornets had on their little thing, it said looking for bench depth at the guard position. You understand what that means, right? They're going to have LaMelo Ball on the bench most likely.
Yeah.
Coming off as a sixth man.
Yeah.
That makes me angry. He's a starter. 100%. You don't average 17, 8, and 7.
I think he's gonna earn that by the time this season starts. I think he'll be a starter. But you can't just get drafted and then immediately start. You got to earn that spot regardless.
Lonzo started immediately. De'Aaron Fox started immediately. So many players. LeBron started immediately. By the way, LeBron, yes, he's the greatest player of our generation.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, a lot of rookies start immediately. Malik Monk started immediately. Miles Bridges started immediately. Like,
but we gotta see. I think he'll earn his spot.
Who's going to start over LaMelo?
I think he'll earn his spot in practice, and that'll get him that starting spot. I don't think it will be draft start. I think it'll be draft, kind of in the middle. We don't know what to do. Oh, he's better than him. We'll start him. Type shit.
Who's going to start over him though?
Dude,
Devontae Graham?
No, nobody should be starting over him.
Actually, I forgot about Devontae Graham. He's most improved player. He averaged 18 points a game. He actually might start over him. Now that I think about it, I forgot about Devontae Graham completely. Last season, he averaged 4 points a game. This past year, he averaged 18.2. So Devontae Graham will be the starting point guard and maybe even LaMelo will start at the 2 or the 3. But yeah, I forgot about Devontae Graham. Super great player out of Kansas, by the way. I love that guy. He's like super talented. He played all 4 years at Kansas. It's super rare for a guy who plays 4 years in college to do that well at the NBA level. So, Yeah, okay, so that makes sense, I guess. Because
Charlotte doesn't have many big men at all.
Really?
No, dude. I mean, I wonder who you know who their starting center is?
I can look.
Is it Cody Zeller?
That sounds right.
If it's Cody Zeller, then that'd be understandable. But Cody Zeller is 7 foot. And then Willie Hernan Gomez is 6'11". He's 6'11". Vernon Carey Jr. 6'10".
Oh, they got Vernon Carey?
Yeah, and Bismack Biyombo is 6'8".
Biyombo.
Yeah, that's all their centers.
I don't know. They might have Vernon Carey or Cody Zeller starting at that position. I don't know. That's kind of one you'll just have to wait and see how it plays out.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that Vernon Carey Jr. went to the
Mm-hmm.
Hornets. He's a Duke guy. He came out of Duke.
Yeah.
The next guy I want to talk about, the Chicago Bulls,
Patrick
one of
Williams.
the worst teams in the Eastern Conference. Patrick Williams out of Florida State University.
Yep.
This guy, I'm excited about him.
There's a lot of hype around him.
He's like, I think he's going to be like a super great role player. So here's some of his stats. He averaged 9.2 points per game, 4 rebounds, 1 block, and 1 steal.
Yep.
Like a super all-around guy. As far as the draft analysis, what they said is that he's going to be, like I said, a role player. And they're going to look for him to kind of improve his offensive arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if he does that, he's like, what, 6'9", 6'10"? That dude could be dangerous because he's also got some muscle on him. Like, I like the way he looks, and I think he could be a good look for Chicago because they'll have Zach LaVine, and a couple other guys. Kobe White, who came out of UNC last year. Like that guy's gonna be scary. I like the way he looks right now.
Yeah.
I didn't really have a whole lot of information on him, but he's a super versatile scorer as well. I want to go back to LaMelo though, because we talked about like his concern at the 3-point line and like where he'll be as far as the starting lineup goes, but we didn't talk about his biggest strength, which is his playmaking ability and his overall versatility. Like we can't sit here and deny that he's not one of the most versatile players in the draft. He was 100%.
Yes.
Like, super effective player. He's also matured incredibly over the last 4 years. Like, I don't know if you remember in high school, like his shot selection's only gotten better, which I think is
and he's got good handles as well.
Yeah, no, for a 6'7" guy especially, like you don't see that too often.
Great. He's on NBA.com it even says he's a really good passer on the move. I mean, that's going to be an important thing to have in Charlotte. I mean,
he's going to be
ball movement's important.
So there's a little bit of a meme going around about LaMelo and him going to Charlotte because you know who the owner of the Charlotte Hornets is? You know who the owner of the Charlotte Hornets is?
MJ.
Michael Jordan. You know LaMelo Ball's dad infamously said?
What?
That he could beat Michael Jordan one-on-one.
Oh my gosh.
LaMelo Ball, the son of a guy who said that he could beat Michael Jordan one-on-one in his prime, it was now picked by that same GM and greatest player of all time.
I don't think so.
That's kind of funny. That's like, you can't write that.
Yeah.
Dude. You can't write that. You can't. All right. So that's enough for the draft. I don't really have anybody else to talk about. I'm excited about RJ Hampton and Tyrese Maxey. Both are guys that I played with in AAU and have seen play in AAU. As well as there were some other ones. Who am I forgetting? Vernon Carey Jr., Cassius Stanley. Yeah, all are going to be super great players. I think this was one of the better drafts as far as talent goes in the last couple of years.
Dude, okay. Are we going on to trades now? Or
going on to Klay Thompson?
Are you okay?
I know we touched on it, but he had a season-ending Achilles injury. I said it earlier. I think this could be, depending on how it's handled, it could be the end of his career.
Yeah.
Because he last season was ACL. And now an Achilles. Those are the two worst possible injuries you can get as a basketball player.
Indeed.
Like, and it's not even like for any other reason than they're super re-injurable. Like they're super easy to like re-injure.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It could be the end of his career. That's a hot take, but I think it's possible. Also, the Warriors are not going to be the same team without him at all. Like Steph Curry cannot win a championship on his own. And like I said, a lot of that's going to be dependent on James Wiseman and Draymond Green.
I think it depends who's surrounding Steph.
Well, all he has right now. I don't know who's going to play the two. D'Angelo Russell.
That's what I'm saying. If Steph had Clay, they'd be fine. But
That team right now.
Since they don't have Clay and we don't know how they're going to do, we don't know what it's going to look like this year. But I think that if James Wiseman turns out to be the player we think he's going to be, then he's fine, James Wiseman. We know what Steph's like. And then somebody needs to replace Clay.
They have D'Angelo Russell and Andrew Wiggins as well.
Yeah, who are both great players.
The problem, D'Angelo Russell was best at Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
He's not in Brooklyn anymore, and he played like relatively horribly last season on a losing team. So I don't know. Andrew Wiggins, I feel like he's like a potential player. He's kind of a lot like Paul George. Like he could be really good.
He just has to have the right home.
I think he's like if he's not the face of the franchise, he's not going to be contributing in a super big way.
Yeah, I mean, Paul George kind of fell off a little bit.
Paul George has always just been kind of like, man, he could be really good.
He's inconsistent. That's what it is.
A lot of players are, though.
He has great games, but he also has shitty games.
There are a lot of inconsistent players in the NBA.
Yeah.
Next thing, Fred VanVleet. Do you hear what happened with him?
That contract?
Signed a record-breaking contract for a player undrafted.
Yep.
$85 million. Good for that guy. I've said it 100 times.
Good for Fred VanVleet, shit.
I've said it a million times that he is the purest NBA point guard I've ever seen. He's completely scrappy, like super talented player.
I like him a lot.
He's ridiculous, and I'm so glad that he's staying on the Raptors because I feel like that team fits him really well.
I was gonna say I think the Raptors are a great spot for him.
So I don't see him anywhere else, and I don't even really think he could go anywhere else. Like, where's he gonna go?
I mean, I think the only other team I could see him at.
I could see him on the Spurs.
I was gonna say 76ers.
No, I could see him on the Spurs because both the Spurs and the Raptors are super systematic teams. Like very much so, like they have their own. They have a way of doing things. It's very team oriented. I feel like he fits that environment. I don't think he could play on a team where isolation ball and like one-on-one is encouraged. Like the 76ers, where like they're not like a super team. They have a lot of stars who can score a lot of points, but they're not a Spurs. They don't have Greg Popovich as their coach.
Right.
Dude, that guy's old, dude.
Yeah, he's old as shit.
Yeah. I'm so glad that Fred VanVleet is staying with the Raptors, though.
So.
But I also don't know that it really changes how the Raptors are going to play.
Yeah.
Because the Raptors without Kawhi are not going to be a finals contender. And that's just hard facts.
They did good last year.
They did fine, but
without Kawhi.
They weren't a finals contender.
They almost were. Shit.
Almost doesn't win you a championship. All right. So we touched on it a second ago. Gordon Hayward signed a 4-year, $120 million contract with the Charlotte Hornets. Let me go ahead and read you some of Gordon Hayward's stats.
Was it a trade or was it just Gordon Hayward leaving?
I believe it was – I think Gordon Hayward was a free agent.
Because if it was a trade, the Celtics got the better of that deal.
According to CBS Sports, the Hornets just gave Gordon Hayward one of the worst free agent contracts in recent memory. Anyways, so let's talk about Gordon Hayward. He had like a decent season this past year, but it was nothing up to par as what he was on the Jazz as he started getting better.
Right.
He averaged 17.5 points a game, 6.7 rebounds, and 4.1 assists in 52 games.
Mm-hmm.
And
He's just
right before he left for Boston in Utah, he was averaging 19.7 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists in 80 games played.
I
And
think
the
he's
year after that, 21 points a game, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds and 4 assists in 73 games played. I think his injury set him back a little bit, but I also think he's kind of back on track. He just needs to really get over that injury. Also, didn't he get re-injured?
I think so.
Yeah, he had like another injury happen to his foot or something, and that's why he didn't play in the playoffs. Yeah.
I think it
Or
was
because like his ankle was bothering him or something.
I think it was against the Raptors.
I don't know what it was, but he like got hurt again.
Mm-hmm.
So
Or
I think
tweaked it or something.
until he's fully healthy, I don't know how he's gonna do.
Great move. I don't think that was a great move for Charlotte.
We'll see. I think he's gonna be a good veteran presence for LaMelo.
I think so, yeah.
But yeah, he just signed a 4-year, $130 million contract with the Hornets. He has missed 111 regular season games and 31 playoff games. His per game numbers have declined on a deeper Boston roster, but his efficiency hasn't necessarily improved with less defensive attention. This is according to CBS Sports.
Right.
Hayward's true shooting percentage last year was 59.5%, the same number he posted in his final Utah season, with less defensive attention being focused on him.
Mm-hmm.
And CBS Sports says that it's fair to say that at a bare minimum, Hayward should be less valuable today than he was in 2017. The Charlotte Hornets just gave Hayward a 4-year, $120 million contract that from a practical perspective will actually cost them more than Hayward's original contract with Boston. Wow. So I don't know what's going on with Gordon, but yeah, so it's going to cost them more because apparently they're going to waive Nicholas Batum.
Ooh.
He's like one of the bench players. They're going to waive him. That will cost them another $9 million annually for the next 3 seasons, bringing the total cost of the Hayward acquisition up to $140 million over 4 years. Yeah.
That's like what?
It's like close to $30 million a year.
I was gonna say like 30 a year.
That is really bad. But also, if things work out, it could end up being totally worth it. Because he's a great teacher for LaMelo. They play roughly the same position. LaMelo is just a little more mobile and more of an on-ball guy. Also, Gordon Hayward has been in the league since 2010. So, yeah, he's been in the league since LaMelo was 9 years old.
It's a long time.
So, I also think it could be a really good move for the Charlotte Hornets. It's all situational at this point.
Yeah.
And it's all speculation at this point, which is scary, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Dwight Howard. It's not
I don't know. I just don't understand what's going on through his brain.
He's
you
not
win a championship with the team and then you leave.
He left for like $9 million.
Personally, okay, this is my thinking personally. If I had the option to be a bench player but still get like a little bit of playing time and win a ring versus $9 million, I would be the bench player, still get a little bit of playing time and win the ring. That's more important.
He's a good second guy off the bench at that spot.
Yeah.
I don't know why they got rid of him. He's a great fit to like come in for Anthony Davis.
Didn't he
Or
willingly leave? Didn't he willingly leave?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's not on the Lakers or anything. That's on him.
I personally think he was ring chasing. His
I
ring, and now he wants money.
if that's what it was, he got what he wanted. He got his goal.
I guess. I don't know. I don't
Stupid.
agree with it at all.
I don't either. Where's he going now?
I think Washington.
Are you sure? I don't know why, but I thought it was like
I can go look. I have the screenshot.
it's something.
I'm pretty sure he's going to Washington though.
Something ridiculous, man.
Let me see. It says it right here. Dwight Howard is going to the 76ers.
That's what it is.
Oh, for $2.6 million. Sorry.
That's even worse.
Yeah. I don't even know what his contract was with the Lakers, and it's a 1-year deal for $2.6 million.
And I can tell you one thing: the 76ers are not going to be that good, even with him.
You know who's going to make more than him? Probably coming off the bench as well.
Who?
Rodney Hood.
Never heard of him.
Here's $21 million with the Portland Trail Blazers.
Jeez.
Rodney Hood's actually a really good player. I'm not going to hate on him.
Okay.
Joe Harris is signed to the Nets for 5 years, $75 million.
I want to talk about this just because I know, because I just want to talk about it just for you. I think you know where I'm going to go with this.
Well, you have to start talking about it first.
John Wall.
Yeah, John Wall is gone. He wants out of the Wizards.
What are your thoughts on that?
Which is kind of the most ridiculous shit to me because he signed like one of the biggest deals in NBA history. He's getting paid more than LeBron on that team per year.
Yep. I think he's going to start ring chasing now.
Yeah. I mean, he's been out of the league for a year and a half.
I mean, where do you think if he goes somewhere, where do you think he's going to go?
I don't know. We have to wait and see who starts showing interest.
Well, isn't the trade deadline done tonight?
I have no idea.
I think it's done tonight.
I think free agency is done tonight.
Because I saw something about it from Woj. Or what? How do you pronounce his name?
That's Woj. You're right.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't know where he'll go. Washington gave him everything that he has. I don't know why he'd leave. But also they haven't really been much of a playoff contender at all in like the last 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. Jordan Clarkson. He re-signed with the Jazz for 4 years, $52 million. Former Laker.
Mm-hmm.
Also a super talented player. The problem is the Jazz suck.
The Jazz weren't awful this year.
No, they're not. They weren't horrible, but they're not.
Actually, they were pretty good. They made it to second round.
Yeah, no, I know they suck in comparison to other Western Conference teams.
That's true. It goes Lakers, Nuggets, and then probably Jazz, to be honest.
So, outside of his scoring, Jordan Clarkson is not super effective.
Mm-hmm.
He's a career 44% shooting guy. Career 14.8 points per game and 3 rebounds and 2 assists.
Mm-hmm.
Thing is, I could be cool with the 14, 3, and 2 if he was playing 20 minutes. But you're playing 30 minutes a game, 35 minutes a game. You got to do better than 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Let's be honest. Really do. Because, like, if all you're bringing to a team is scoring, Donovan Mitchell is a scorer. Donovan Mitchell is a dominant scorer.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you, like, not trying to provide for the team in other ways? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It seems like his role is a little skewed. But I don't know. I also don't think he's a starter, which I need to double check, but I don't think he's starting.
There's what are your thoughts on? I can't even think of his name anymore. Oh my gosh, Center.
Play for
OKC. Going to Pelicans. Oh my gosh, brain fart.
Steven Adams.
Yeah, thank you. I just had the biggest brain poop of all
Is he
time.
going to the Pelicans?
He's going to the Pelicans.
What the fuck? And everybody wants out of OKC.
Yeah, so dude, think about it. I mean, Zion is gonna have some.
You're gonna have so much size. Holy shit! They're gonna have Zion Williamson, Steven Adams, and then Drew Holiday at
Lonzo
guard,
Ball.
Lonzo Ball,
Pelicans are actually gonna be kind
Brandon
of raw.
Ingram. Brandon
The
Ingram.
Pelicans are gonna be kind of raw, dude.
The Pelicans are gonna be good. They're gonna be scary, assuming that their coach doesn't suck. God, Alvin Gentry was so bad.
Assuming that Zion stays healthy as well.
Doesn't matter, dude. They could have been good without Zion if they didn't have a coach that sucked ass.
Yeah, true. I mean, but think about it. If Zion does stay healthy,
No, if Zion stays healthy, the whole league is screwed.
oh yeah. But I mean, think about it also. You have Steven Adams, rebound. He's got the rebounds. He's also got paint covered.
Cross court pass.
Zion can do both. Lonzo, perimeter.
Lonzo's a super deadly rebounder at his position.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, Steven Adams, come on. Dude, you just need those three, and then who's the fourth one?
Drew Holiday.
Yeah, Drew Holiday.
Super talented point guard.
Oh wait, no, he's not.
Brandon Ingram.
No, I don't think Drew Holiday is going in the Pelicans.
Drew Holiday's not on that team anymore. Doesn't matter. They still have Brandon Ingram, who's going to be an all-star next season. Like 2017 or 2018 most improved player. I'm so excited to see this guy develop. Just some of Brandon Ingram's stats for you. 23.8 points a game, 6.1 rebounds a game, and 4.2 assists on 33 minutes a game. And on 46% shooting.
Dude,
that team is going to be gross. They're in the final stages of their rebuild. They're going to be really good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm excited, and I'm excited to hopefully see Zion at full health.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in a little bit better shape.
Yeah.
Versus in a shape.
Dude,
that team's gonna be scary.
Where he's not on the fucking Pelicans anymore.
Who? Drew Holiday?
He's on the Bucks.
Drew Holiday's on the Bucks?
Yeah.
Didn't Eric Bledsoe leave though? I think Eric Bledsoe. No, Eric Bledsoe's still on the Bucks.
Are you sure?
Wait, hold on.
The Milwaukee Bucks are acquiring New Orleans guard Drew Holiday in a blockbuster deal.
Oh, no. Okay, so New Orleans got – oh, wow, yeah. So Drew Holiday left, and the Pelicans actually got Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah.
So now the New Orleans Pelicans have Steven Adams, Zion Williamson, Eric Bledsoe, Brandon Ingram,
Lonzo Ball.
and Lonzo Ball. First of all, it's a really young team.
Mm-hmm.
Full of –
except for Steven Adams.
No, Steven Adams is only 27.
Yes?
Yeah.
I thought he's been in the league since like 2013.
Right? If he's 27, that means in 2013 he would have been 20 years old.
And yeah. That's pretty young, I guess, yeah.
Oh, what in the world? Yeah, so that's a crazy team.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Ingram, 23 points per game. Lonzo Ball, I think, is like 16 points a game. Zion, 23 a game. Steven Adams, I don't know how many rebounds he's averaging. Let me go look.
But, I mean, what I'm trying to say is the Bucks are also going to be super dangerous.
9 rebounds a game for Adams.
The Bucks are going to be insanely dangerous now.
Yeah, with Drew Holiday.
And Giannis and
I think Drew Holiday could be the piece that Giannis is missing.
I was going to say, because we've been talking about Giannis missing a piece.
Yeah, Drew Holiday, 19, 4, and 6 on 45% shooting. I don't know. He also hasn't played on a playoff contender like the Bucks yet. So
This year completely just in the snap of a finger just
it's
changed.
a much different league very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, who would have thought that the Pelicans would have been possibly top?
I'm gonna say
I
top
would
six.
say top 3 team.
Top six. Top three stretching.
Top 4. I'll say top 4.
Top four is even stretching. I can name 4 teams that I think are better than the Pelicans.
I'm talking about in the East.
The Pelicans, oh yeah, they are in the East. I can still name 4 teams.
Nets, Bucks.
The Nets, the Bucks, the Heat.
You think the Heat are going to be better?
The Heat made it to the finals this year. The Celtics.
They lost Jay Crowder.
The Celtics.
Celtics, yeah. All right, so that's 3. I don't think the Heat are. I'm
The
literally
Heat.
wearing a
Tyler
Heat.
Hero, Jimmy Butler.
Jay Crowder's gone.
Jay Crowder's gone, but Goran Dragic just re-signed for another 2 years.
I mean, yeah, but
Tyler, yeah. No, the Heat for sure. So that's 4 right there.
I mean, Goran Dragic gets injured.
Sixers are better. Are better.
Who?
The Sixers are better. Yeah. Top 6.
Okay, so top 6, yeah. Okay, yeah. But still, they were what, top?
No, they were like a 10th
12
seed
or something like that?
No, they were a 10th seed last season.
Yeah, that's still a major jump.
Mm-hmm.
That's
no. Again, also all speculation. We have to wait and see how it plays out. But yeah, the next thing, De'Aaron Fox, teammate of Sir Marvin Bagley III.
Mm-hmm.
This dude just signed a 4-year, $163 million contract with the Sacramento Kings.
He's money chasing. That's what he's doing.
Not a chance, dude. He's also stupid talented. Best rookie out of that class so far.
Oh, yeah.
Outside of Donovan Mitchell. Or not Donovan Mitchell. Well, Donovan Mitchell, but Luka Doncic as well. He was in – wait, no. That's not the right draft class. It doesn't matter. He's one of the best rookies out of his draft class because he was in Lonzo Ball's draft class. Markelle Fultz's ass. I've completely counted him out. Probably the biggest bust since Kwame Brown. Hot take, but I don't care. He's awful. Granted, he's had a terrible shoulder injury for most of his career now.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. He's a future all-star for sure. De'Aaron Fox?
Yeah.
Read you some of his stats, okay?
He's absurd.
Right. De'Aaron Fox is easily top 20 player in the league right now.
Easily.
21, 3, and 6 in 32 minutes on 48% shooting.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
He's insane.
And that's after averaging 11 points a game his rookie season. He's improved by an average margin of 5 points a game every year. That's insane.
That's insane.
I'd say good for the Kings, well worth the $163 million. I'm pissed at the Kings, though, for not giving Marvin Bagley III more of a role on that team. I don't really think there's a player on that team who is better than Marvin Bagley III.
Except De'Aaron Fox.
But they're 2 totally different positions.
Yeah. Obviously, but
2 totally different positions. No argument whatsoever.
I know.
Buddy Hield.
Player.
Who the fuck is starting over him? Marvin Bagley. I've met Marvin Bagley, by the way. I don't know if I told you that.
I didn't know that.
But his first year, he was injured. That's why. He only played 13 games last season.
Oh. Was he a rookie last season?
No, he was a rookie in 2018.
Oh. So last season was his second season.
Yeah, he was injured though.
What about how do you do his rookie season?
14.9, 7 and 1. On 50% shooting though.
That's honestly not that bad for a rookie.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
That's not bad.
He was like a 25 and 10 guy at Duke. So I'm a little upset that they don't give him more of a role, but I guess it makes sense if he's injured.
Yeah. We'll see how he is this year.
Hopefully, dude. I want to see him succeed so bad.
Yeah.
He has a brother though, Marcus Bagley. He's gonna be in college this year, I think. Chris Paul,
Where's he going again?
OKC, or no, the Suns.
I was like,
He
I
traded
know he's
from
not going to
OKC.
OKC.
Kelly
Yeah.
Oubre is going to OKC from the Suns. Chris Paul is going to the Suns from OKC.
Chris Paul was on. Who am I thinking that was on Houston?
James Harden?
No, there was some older player. Number 3.
I don't know. I'm not talking about that right now though.
Dude, are you sure Chris Paul was on OKC this year?
Positive. More than positive. Because they traded him for a deal with Kelly Oubre.
Oh, yeah. Was he on the Rockets at one point?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what I was thinking of.
Season before last.
That's what I was thinking of. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think Devin Booker may have just gotten his piece that they needed.
Chris Paul? I think he needs someone else. I think Chris Paul's a good role model.
You kidding me? You know what Chris Paul's stats were?
Insane.
For a guy his age, ridiculous.
Yeah. But I mean,
17 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists.
yeah, but I'm talking Devin Booker needs a different piece to be a finals contender.
No, I'm not talking about finals. I'm talking about just a winning team. The Suns have
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there I agree.
No, I'm just talking about just for a winning team.
Yeah.
Devin Booker's not on a squad that goes 14-68 anymore. Like, that's so bad. I'm just talking about 500 and in the playoffs for the first time.
Is that what they went last year?
No, they had a better record than that because the Warriors were the worst team in the East with like a record.
They were the worst team in the NBA.
Yeah, in the NBA with like a record of like 13-50 or something. It was really bad.
That's really bad. I don't know how somebody wins.
I think the Suns went 32 and.
That sounds about right. I thought it was either 32 or 29.
They won. I think they went 29 and 43.
I think 29 and 43 or 29 and whatever is right. I think maybe it was 28.
Yeah, the Suns were a 10th seed, 34 and 39. Yeah, so they didn't play like they've had a much better season than they've had in the past. The Warriors went 15 and 50. The Pelicans were actually 13th in the West that season. So even if they are a top 6, dude, we forgot so many teams when talking about I knew the Pelicans were in the Western Conference, bro. They're not the West. They're not in the East. I knew you were wrong, bro.
They're in the East.
No, they're in the West. They're 13th in the West. That's why I was saying I can name so many teams better than the Pelicans.
Okay, then yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, the Lakers, the Clippers, the Nuggets, the Rockets, the Jazz, the Mavericks. Are you kidding me? Literally all 12 teams before them are better than them.
Yeah.
I think they'll get maybe an 8th seed if they're lucky.
You don't think they'll make it to the playoffs?
No, the 8th seed is the cutoff for the playoffs.
I know. You said if 8th seed if they're lucky.
Correct. I think they need another year after this year to solidify their spot in the playoffs.
I think they'll get 6th seed.
I knew they were in the West, bro. I knew you were fucking stupid when you said that they were in the East.
Dude, I thought they were in the East for some reason.
Golly. All right. Anyway, yeah. So Western Conference is going to be stacked.
Yeah.
As it always is. Yeah. I don't know. So I think Chris Paul is going to be a good piece for Devin Booker.
I think so.
All right. John Wall. That was my next note. We already talked about it, but yeah, John Wall is out of
Washington,
or once out of Washington.
Yeah, well, he wants out. Yeah.
the next thing I have after that is we already talked about the Suns. Damian Lillard and the Trailblazers. Are they going to be better than they were this year? Was CJ McCollum healthy?
I think so. I think they'll be. What was their record last year?
The Trailblazers, I can pull it up. I have it right here. They were 35 and 39.
They were what?
They were 35 and 39. The Grizzlies and the Trailblazers almost had the exact same record as the Suns.
Dude.
So
They did not have a good record.
Actually as bad as people are making them out to be. They had
I
the
would
same
give
record
them
as teams.
I would give them a more similar record to the Jazz's record last year, like 44 and 28, somewhere in that range.
That's what you think the Trailblazers will be this year?
Somewhere in that range,
Like
anywhere.
Games?
Huh?
You think they're gonna win 40 games?
I think so. I think they'll win about 40, maybe 38. 38 to 44, somewhere in that range.
Dude, it's so weird. The Suns ended their season 9-1.
It's insane.
They had the best record in their last 10 games than any other team in the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference and in the East.
Yep.
The Pistons had the worst end to the season in the NBA the last year.
Dude, how did Toronto have a better overall record than the Lakers?
They play in a shittier conference.
Both conferences are good. Granted,
The East is not as good as the West.
The East is not as good as the West, but they're both good conferences.
Yeah. The Bucks had won 56 games. Holy smoke! I thought they won 60. Anyways, shows what I know. All right. Luka Doncic and the Mavericks.
Is Porzingis out?
Yeah.
For how long?
Another injury. I don't know how long. They're hoping it's not anything serious.
It depends how long he's out.
But Luka Doncic, you'll see.
He's a monster.
He is going to be really good.
Porzingis.
Going to be an all-star next year. 100%.
They need Porzingis. I'm sorry. They need Porzingis.
Yeah, they need another guy outside of Porzingis, too.
Mm-hmm.
They have Dennis Smith Jr., right? Or is he on the Knicks?
I think he's on the Knicks.
Pretty sure he's – no, because he got drafted to the Knicks, Dennis Smith Jr.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure he's on the Mavs. Oh, no, he is on New York. Oh, he got drafted to the Mavs and traded to New York.
Gotcha.
I got that all mixed up. He's also he hasn't played more than 35 games in the last 3 seasons. Last year he played 34 games. The year before that, 21. And the year before that, 32.
Jeez.
Sounds like a guy who's injury prone. Either way, we're not even talking about him. We're talking about the Mavericks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they need one more guy. And they will be good to go. Obi Toppin went number 8 to the Knicks. He is now alongside Kevin Knox and RJ Barrett. Hot take: New York Knicks are now not a title contender, a winning team.
You think?
Let me go read you some stats, okay? Kevin Knox was averaging.
Remember, this is all on paper.
Correct, but still.
I mean, we've seen what paper can look like versus in person.
What the hell? Kevin Knox played terribly. Dude, what happened? He had a great rookie season and then just fizzled out. All right, never mind. Maybe not. RJ Barrett. Fuck. Keep on clicking on the wrong thing. RJ Barrett last season played 56 games, averaged 14, 5, and 2 in his rookie year.
That's not bad.
And then Obi Toppin played for Dayton. And in college, he averaged. Oh, I gotta pull it up. Fuck. Takes me a minute. I should really write these things down so I don't have to go looking for them. His stats for this past year were 27 and 2.
Jeez.
20.7 rebounds, 2 assists. His career at Dayton, he averaged 17, 6, and 2. So I think him and RJ could be the next duo.
Power duo.
Yeah. All right. And the last thing on this long list of notes, it's actually a breaking news thing that I saw right before we started recording. Donovan Mitchell and Jason Tatum both signed 5-year, $195 million contracts with their respective teams.
Yep, I saw that.
Well-deserved. I don't know if there's really a whole lot else we can say on it.
Yeah, very well deserved for both of them. Both great players. Both all-star. Both going to be future all-stars.
They both were neither of them all-stars? I'm pretty sure Donovan Mitchell. No, you're right. Future all-stars. I don't know why Jason Tatum isn't an all-star yet.
I don't know
Makes
either.
me angry.
He's amazing though.
Yep. Well, that's a wrap for that.
He's absurd, dude. Crazy.
That's all the notes I got.
You hit literally like all the same. We had like all the same points basically.
Dude, it's gonna be an interesting year.
Yeah, it will be. I'm excited for it though.
All right, well, that was episode 6 of the My Take Athletic Podcast. We appreciate y'all watching. I'm gonna try and do some fancy edits for this video. Either that or I'll get pissed off and delete all the edits. Yeah, hope y'all enjoyed, and that's a wrap. Peace.
Yo, good one.